Hi everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today, I'm going to be talking about the exit options one has after working in consulting. Before getting started, be sure to like and subscribe to help out the channel. Consulting is a great profession for someone coming out of college because it builds a strong foundation for critical thinking, strategizing, and problem solving, not to mention the communication and leadership skills that you develop over time. There are many people who prefer to stay in consulting to reach a high management or executive level, but it really depends on that individual's goals. Every day in consulting provides new and exciting work and challenges which keep people from leaving or pursuing other career ventures. Regardless, there are many who decide to leave consulting because of the exhausting hours or travel schedules, or because they're just looking for something new. If you'd like to learn more about consulting, definitely check out the other videos in my channel, which will help a lot. I need to mention that the exit options that I will be sharing with you guys today will vary based on the firm and your position. Someone working at an MBB or a Big Four might have more options because of the company's recognition in comparison to a smaller or boutique firm. Likewise, if you're an analyst or associate, you might be limited in comparison to the options available for a senior consultant or director level. But again, all this is variable, and what matters is what you did during your projects and how your experiences can speak for you during your interviews. The exit options that I'll be sharing with you guys today are from what I've seen many consultants do after leaving consulting, so I hope this helps, and let's get into it. The first option many consider after working in consulting for a couple years is going back to school for a master's degree or an MBA, which tends to be more likely. You have the experience, and with an additional degree, you might have more doors open if you're thinking of pivoting outside of consulting in general and wanting to try something totally different. An MBA is common for those who want to switch careers but requires a high cost of pursuing, not to mention investing 2 more years in school. If you'd like more advice when it comes to deciding if grad school is the right call for you, I'll be sure to link another video down below where I go into this in greater depth. If you're still not done with consulting but just want to pursue your education further, you can sometimes get your MBA sponsored by that consulting firm and go back and work with them for a couple more years. That way, you return with a higher salary and a higher position at that firm. Certain firms even require that MBA before being promoted, so an MBA has become a common option even for those who do want to come back into consulting. Depending on the firm, you could be making anywhere between the low to mid 6 figures with great bonuses on top, so these tend to be attractive for many. Again, weighing the cost and benefits behind this decision is necessary, but further pursuing your education is possible and likely seen. The other common exit option for those wanting to still maintain a similar type of work is to recruit for finance-related positions, including private equity, corporate finance positions, and even investment banking. I actually had a friend who worked at McKinsey for 3 years, then decided to pursue banking at JP Morgan. Also, notice how I mentioned had a friend. I don't know if he's alive anymore after all that work. Private equity, venture capital, and corporate finance are great professions that provide a similar type of problem solving that is required for consulting. The type of work being done obviously differs, but the work will definitely keep you engaged and interested. I kept this as my second option because I've honestly seen so many consultants go into private equity after consulting, so it is a very common exit option, but again, it is dependent on your firm and level. Another exit option for consultants is to move into the tech industry. For many technology consultants who use software regularly on their day-to-day work like Salesforce or SAP, or just code regularly, they may pursue roles at the FANG companies like Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Netflix, and Google. Even if you aren't interested in pursuing a technical role, being a consultant does open the doors for you to even have management-based positions for their business operations work. A lot of people enjoy these roles because, again, you still have the problem-solving approach that you previously had while being a consultant. So for many consultants who are focused more on strategy, they have the option of going into more management positions at these companies, and for technology consultants, you can pursue more technical roles. There is more flexibility and options when it comes to opportunities at these firms, but be sure to do your research to see if it is what you are looking for. The final exit option I'll be sharing with you guys is kind of a two-part, and that's either starting your own company or working for a startup. As a management consultant, you tend to work for various industries and on many projects, so you get to see where the problems are that you could fix. After several projects and seeing the same types of problems, you might think to yourself that you may be able to solve these problems altogether. So either independently or with other consultants, you may decide to leave that firm to pursue that interest. This approach is different in comparison to the others that I shared, not to mention riskier, but then again, high risk, high reward. So for the ambitious folks thinking about starting their own business, consulting might be the gateway for that. For the slightly less ambitious but also risk taker, joining a startup is a great option. You get to wear more hats and take on more responsibilities at a startup and watch the company grow at a smaller level. Working at a startup or starting your own company has its own challenges, but a challenge is something a consultant is already familiar with. So just to recap the main exit options for a consultant, you can either pursue higher education, go into finance, go into tech, or start your own company. As a consultant, you're also working for different clients on different projects. So there is also a likelihood for them to recruit you to work with them instead full-time. As you can see, there are tons of different options when you are thinking about exiting consulting. I try to steer clear of mentioning anything compensation related because that shouldn't be your sole factor when exiting consulting. But all these opportunities that I did mention today provide a great compensation along with an incredible line of work. With that being said, let me know in the comments below if you found this video helpful. Be sure to like and subscribe, as well as visit my website ryanrafi.com to learn more. As always, thanks. Until next time.